do the sex.
Today's locker room talk topic is kink on a budget, dollar store finds and household products. So we obviously spend a lot of time talking about sex toys here at Locker Room Talk and Shots, and that's because me and all of my besties, well, we use a lot of fucking sex toys. Why? Because they're fun. And because they enhance your sex life. If you are going to be having sex for the vast majority of your life, assuming you live a long life, like, you're going to want to kink it up a little. You're going to want to you're going to want to make it interesting. And I know that some of you are vanilla, and we do not vanilla shame here, but we do try to maybe expand your horizons. And not everyone can afford expensive sex toys. We get that. And so in a couple of our podcasts, both one of my favorite guests, Lucy, our Russian Dominatrix, and then Deanna, aka Ruby, they have both mentioned at different times things around the house they use in their sex life. And then Deanna, in our most recent podcast, brought up a dollar store items that you could buy to help kink up your life. And so instead of waiting, especially with the holidays coming, we thought, God, let's all get together and let's just help these folks like come up with their stocking stuffers for the holidays, surprise their lover with something that will look to their children like an innocent kitchen toy, but they know is going to be kept in the bedside drawer. And so Deanna went shopping. Lucy shopped her house, and we've all come together to not only share the different items you can use, but we're also going to give you maybe some quick tutorials in how to use them. But before we go any further, I'm going to give my guests a chance to reintroduce themselves, because I do know that we are getting regular new listeners. And I want to make sure the new listeners know who these lovely ladies are. Lucy, let's start with you.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me again. I am the local Russian token dominatrix with, a lots of sex toys, a spreadsheet worth. There's a podcast about that. Good luck. The toys. So enjoy. And and the most recent one? The Locktober one is doing great.
It is. So
I watch it occasionally on the YouTube to see how many views we got.
It's going up all the time. Up. So I think you were one of the first YouTube podcast videos that I did, Lucy, and it was the Locktober one. And it has been very popular, which excites me because I actually really only learned about locking up cocks and cock cages from Lucy since we've known each other. And I was totally like, what the fuck? Why? And then I might have dipped my toe into the water. I'm not going to go into detail on that. None y'all business yet. But I did find out it was pretty sexy. So you guys are going to want to head over to YouTube and watch that. You can listen to the audio version of that podcast, but the cool thing about the video is you can actually, Lucy really went out of her way to show us the cages and how to use them, and kind of blew my mind. So
you're welcome.
Today you're downgrading to household.
I am.
There isn't. Well, anyways, no spoiler alerts here. Deanna.
Hello. Deanna, aka Ruby. My latest was getting creative with cocks. And I heard that's been doing pretty good. That was a fun one. And that's where I came up with the brilliance of Dollar Tree shopping for all things kink. And an oldie but goodie is the water sports. That's probably my most infamous episodes, where we find out about my Olympic silver medal. So take a listen. Get back and listen to that one.
That was a good one. That was a really fun one. Yeah, so you guys, scroll back if you're listening to the audio version. Go to Water Sports. There are some I told a pretty funny personal story in that.
Great one.
Good one. But let's move on. Today we met pretty early in the morning because we are all working women, and not in that way, folks. So we are having coffee. We're having coffee today. Coffee and talking about sex. Let's get started. Cheers. That's good stuff. Good stuff. All right, let's just jump into it. I think we just go back and forth. I want to start with Deanna.
Oh, okay.
Tell me the first item that you picked at the Dollar Tree.
So I recommend, if you have time, just strolling the aisles. So that's what I did. I could have gotten a lot more, but I didn't want to spend $50 at Dollar Tree. So the first thing is, they have regular scarves, but because of October and breast cancer awareness, they have these cute little scarves. So this can be used for many things. So it is just a neck scarf. Just your typical neck scarf that you usually jazz up a t-shirt or plain shirt when you're going out.
It's made of nice silky material.
Yeah, it's nice and soft. You ladies want to touch it? It's
It's nice.
So this can be used as a blindfold. It can be used to maybe tie your hands to the bedpost, or even tie your hands up above your head.
Behind your back.
Behind your back. It can be used to, restrain your feet. You can just get creative with it. And no one would, you have this hanging from your bed knob. No one's going to have any idea what this is really used for. They're just going to think, it's your scarf that you dress up your T-shirts with.
Like it. And you can get it for $1 at the dollar store.
Yeah, actually, the dollar store now is the $1.25 store. But we won't talk about that. It's another time. But yeah.
Prices.
And you
$1.25.
can also find scarves around your house. So, there's all sorts of things around your house that you could tie one up with, I would think. Not that I would know.
And you can use, so if you just use one of your regular scarves that you already have,
For sure.
you can wear it again. It's not like it's going to destroy it. So
Right.
It has dual purpose.
I like that. That's very thrifty. Very thrifty. Okay, Lucy.
Well, since we are on this topic, I got, I have a ribbon. It came with a random present, I think. I don't know why it was.
Ooh, that's nice.
That's a nice
but,
ribbon.
It's a fabulous ribbon. It's black and red. I don't know what it was for, but also very silky.
It literally looks like it's meant for sex.
I know.
I thought it was a tie for a robe.
I did too. I thought it was a tie for a robe.
Also can use a tie for a robe as your restraints. Very nice and silky. And same idea as Deanna was saying, you can tie your partner's hands to posts, to themselves, to their feet.
Yeah,
whatever you want.
The hands to the feet, man. Then you only need one.
Right.
Right? Hands to the
Absolutely.
feet.
Also will not be destroyed, and there you go.
I like it. All right, we've got some restraints going on. And look, even if you're vanilla, allowing someone to just, unless you have trauma around it, in which case skip this part, just use it as a blindfold. I think one of the best explorations that you can do sexually with your partner is sensation exploration. And I think taking away sight, it's a trust builder. It also makes you really cue in to what you are feeling. And, interestingly, I've done a lot of that this year. And I discovered that, well, first of all, I've learned about the difference between different sensations, like the sensual sensation, which is tickling, and then just pressure sensation, which is like hand against flesh, and then like scratching and slapping sensations. I did not ask you consent, but I feel like
I give consent.
And I discovered two things. And this is why I think you should go get that that scarf and blindfold, I discovered that the sensual sensation, the tickling feeling on my thighs and my lower belly when I'm getting close or excited, and the thought of orgasm is coming into my clit's awareness, get me closer to orgasm. And I learned this, which is even more important, that pressure sensation, like a hand laid flat on me anywhere, will take me further away from an orgasm immediately, which is super important information to have. So sensory play. So let's now move into sensory play, because I know you guys have your restraints but you have another blindfold.
I do. So let's say you're like, but what if I want to be blindfolded, but I also want to use a scarf for bondage. What can I do? You know what? The Dollar Tree has sleep mask, and they're nice and thick. It's black fake silk and padded, and then I got a fun little leopard print one. So there is your blindfold, and then your scarf is free, or your ribbon is free for other things.
You know what I like about that sleep mask? It actually is similar in quality. I have a quote sleep mask blindfold that is designed for sex that looks just like it, except it's red and black. And I'm like,
matches my ribbon.
Yeah, it does match your ribbon. Perfect. Exactly. But its quality isn't that much superior to what you got at the $1.25 store.
Right. It was probably a lot more than $1.25.
I know. So there you go, guys. Go to the dollar. Do not buy that online as an expensive one. It actually holds real well to the head, too. I gave it a try.
So. She did. I witnessed it.
So, all right. Let's move on to. We've got a lot of stuff for sense.
We do, yeah. And since we are still kind of on the restraint situation, if you go to the fabulous packing shop and get yourself, I'm just gonna grab it. So it is a fabulous roller of Saran wrap that is used for packing. You can get it at U-Haul. I think it's like $10, and it comes with a huge roll. And this is also great for restraining your companion, and it's even more awesome because you can mummify them in Saran wrap with this thing.
That is a thing.
It's fantastic. And then and it's great because it comes in such a ginormous roll, so you're not really concerned of weight. So it's not like you're wasting your own Saran wrap from, Food One. And it's, so you can mummify your person, leave whatever bits you want open, like the nipples or the genitalia, and then have them lay there and have a lovely time playing with all their stuff while they just lay there nice and restrained for you.
But that's okay. We aren't gonna run. I don't want to run past this one because this is like a whole area of play that we're gonna have to dedicate a whole podcast to. Yes. I haven't even thought about this. I have seen. I've seen porn based around it. I'm pretty sure Humpfest had something that was similar to this.
For sure.
So this. What kind of play is that? This is a thing, being restrained, especially in silicone or plastic in this, right?
Yeah. People who enjoy like the silicone texture and being just restrained or mummified in it. There are whole suits you can get that will do that, which are outrageously expensive. So this is your budget version of the same thing. And I think, it's like $10, I think.
That's so smart. Now, I do have a question. What if someone starts to panic while they're in? Is there a way to get them out of it fairly quickly?
Absolutely. You definitely will have. I should have brought the scissors, but you do need to buy safety scissors, and you can just cut them out of it very quickly. But do get safety scissors, not regular scissors. You do not want to accidentally injure your companion. So they do just sell those as well.
Right. So on this list of things you probably definitely could find at the Dollar Tree store.
They have them.
There you go.
Verified. Or at home, most of you probably already have safety scissors. And while safety scissors are important for this specific experience, they can also be important for any bondage.
Absolutely, yes. Make sure you have a way for your companion to let you know that they are experiencing, that they're safe wording out of the situation. If you are also gagging them, which I recommend, then that we don't talk back at you. Unless you enjoy that, then feel free to leave that. But you can give them something in one of the hands. And as soon as they drop that, you will know that they are done and you can get them out safely as well. So
many.
Keep your safety mindful. Like, be aware.
Yeah, you can like shut your companion up and still know when they're done. That's what she's saying. So
Absolutely.
Well, I feel like I just learn something new every time we all get together and talk. But also, you brought something else.
So I have this lovely, I really like it because it's pretty. So it's kind of a green holographic duct tape, but I have gotten this duct tape and it's not like as sticky and strong as like regular duct tape. So this, what if you want to shut someone up with consent, I probably would recommend having some sort of material on the lips because lips are very sensitive. But this stuff really isn't as harsh as regular duct tape, so I wouldn't worry too much unless they're very sensitive skinned. But and it's pretty, like it's pretty to look at. $1.25.
What are some other uses for duct tape, ladies?
You can restrain people with duct tape.
Okay. Again, you have to have the safety scissors there to cut it off immediately.
Yep. But it's also good for restraining. It's good and strong.
And pretty.
Yes, it's
Shiny.
really pretty.
I like it. Anything else? Anything else, Lucy, you would do with duct tape to someone?
No, because it is a little abrasive, so you do have to be a little careful. And if you are restraining hands and stuff together, I feel like if you put a little bit of coconut oil
Yes.
on that area, so it will adhere to itself, but not as much to the hands, so you're a lot less likely to just, pull the hair out.
Yes.
Well, so
Unless
you could do
that's
this.
the kink pulling the hair out.
Or unless that's
That's
the case,
another
then
thing you could do
stay
with
it.
So you could put lip gloss on ahead of time if you're going to use that over their mouth, and that would also protect the
For
lips.
sure.
Yes.
So lip gloss and coconut oil. We are going to get to different lubes that you can use that you probably have around your house, but coconut oil, I suppose in this case, any kind of oil, any kind of body oil you could use if you're going to be using
The duct tape.
the duct tape. Yeah. Well, there you go. So always have duct tape. I feel like duct tape has come up in our conversations before.
Most
It's
likely.
the universal tool.
It is a universal tool. Absolutely. Well, so cheers to duct tape.
Cheers to duct tape.
Saran wrap.
All these things.
All
Who
these
knew?
things. It's so weird when I think about it in my own sexploration. I don't think I've had household objects used on me that much.
What a shame.
I must say, I'm a bougie bitch, apparently. Apparently, I just want the expensive stuff. But, I don't know. My mind's a little blown by this. So let's move on to the sensation stuff. This is where it gets exciting. You have tied up your partner, or you haven't, because you guys aren't, you're a little kink light, or you're still vanilla, and maybe you've blindfolded them, or you haven't, but you want to do some sensation play. This is where it gets fun, because households are full of stuff, as well as the Dollar Tree, that you can use. So, Deanna, tell me, what was...
So for those that maybe are just starting to explore, so they want to go a little light, I have this fun little cat toy. So it's like a wand, and at the end it has like some ribbon and faux fur, and it has a little jingle bell. You can take that off, or maybe
I like
you
it.
like it. I like the bell too.
That actually is...
So you can like drag this along their body anywhere, and it has, different sensations because you have the ribbon and the fur. You can even like swat with it. On the bum, and it doesn't really, doesn't do much for me, but if you're new to kind of exploring that, it's a very light, or you can even tap with the wand. It's a little sturdier, But yeah, very versatile. It can be for sensory or light impact.
I think what's hilarious to me about this cat toy is I'm pretty sure I've seen something exactly like it on sex sites.
You have.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm looking at it and I'm
Minus
like, wait.
the bell.
Right. But I think the bell adds. That's an auditory
yeah.
experience. We don't even talk about auditory experiences
it.
that much. And we should
It's
do
playful.
that. Yeah.
Playful.
But I'm looking at it and I'm like, holy shit, they're selling cat toys as sex toys.
Yeah, they sell all sorts of things.
All right, Lucy.
All right, so more household item fun. If you have any paint in your house, and if you have bought paint, you have definitely got one of these fabulous stirring sticks for the paint. Or is it? I actually have a neat one that also says spank someone happy on it, because I think it just came with one of our other sex toy purchases and they just gave it to us. Yet again, you can get these free at Home Depot.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they're free, right?
When you
And,
buy paint.
Yes, when you buy paint. I'm sure you have bought paint. Everybody has bought paint at some point. And then you can just spank someone happy with it. How exciting.
I like that. And I bet, will you slap your own hand or, somebody. So it's thuddy.
Thuddy.
It's thuddy. I think that would be pretty light impact.
For sure. But when you pick the stirring stick, make sure it's
Smooth.
nice and smooth. You do not want to end up with splinters
splinters.
in your butt. That would not
Or boobs.
Or boobs. That would not be nice.
Well, I
So,
mean, but if you do, then you could take the duct tape, put it over the splinters.
And rip it out.
And rip, yes, another glorious duct tape feature.
I do know that there are probably some people out there who are like, oh, that actually appeals to me. But generally speaking, I think one of the things we should share is that obviously these items weren't meant for sex. We want to be really body safe. So do your work ahead of time and check for things, especially if none of these things, by the way, are we using on actual genitalia, like clits and
No,
butts
yes.
and
No.
or butts. Yes, absolutely on butts, not in butts. Cocks were, that area of the body. Well, I suppose you could use the cat toy on a cock.
Oh, yeah, you
and
could.
vulva. All right. So I guess with each one, we'll let you know which ones to absolutely not use on the vulva. Do not use anything made out of wood that hasn't been, wood on the vulva.
Right.
You might be able to slap a cock with it.
Maybe. Lightly.
Yeah,
Make
lightly.
sure there's no splinters.
Exactly. We'll get to the splinter-free ones in just a moment.
All right, great. Do you have another spanker or a sensation?
Yeah.
Oriented.
So I'm just going to kind of work mild up.
Yeah.
So these came in a pack of 4 and they're party wands.
What do they look like for the listeners?
So it's got like a straw type wand, and then it has a foam heart at the top with a little couple ribbons tied at the base of the
kind
heart.
of like ticklers. Yeah.
So you can drag the ribbons again. You can lightly pat with it, and it's just like foam.
Make the patting sound for yeah.
Very nice.
So audience,
So
I don't know if you can hear that, but
It's very soft. So this is really nice for someone that is really kind of wanting to explore impact play, which is spanking, the common term, because it's soft and it makes more noise than
Hurt.
impact. So
now what I could say about this one, and you guys correct me real quick if I'm wrong, especially if you're interested in experimenting with having your pussy spanked. This actually might be a nice way. First of all, it's disposable. These definitely won't last very long at all.
no, and they come in a pack of 4. So,
Right.
Look, I just broke it.
It's broken already. See, but for someone who likes sensual sensation like me and someone who also likes a little pussy slapping like me. I guess we should talk about pussy slapping sometime. This would be a great like beginning sensation experience to work up from and see where it starts and ends and what you can handle. And then you can just throw it away afterwards. There's no washing this and saving it.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
I like when Lucy feels strongly about it is absolutely not.
And like I said, they come in a pack of 4, so you have 4 plays.
Right. Sessions
For $1.25.
Nice.
I love the advertisement of $1.25 tree. All right. So I have also a couple. So here's when you are not as concerned with the splinters. I have this fabulous spoon / spatula that says made with love on it, and it is in the shape of a heart.
It is really cute.
I am assuming you can actually use it for food, and it is made out of bamboo, and it's very nice and slick, so there's no splinters here, anyone. But I like this one because I'm pretty sure it was made for spanking people, since it leaves fabulous heart-shaped little, I don't know.
Can I just interject? I think it's really hilarious to me that Lucy is not sure what in her house was made for spanking or cooking. Like, you literally don't know. And I love the fact that you look at this spoon and you are like, I think it might have been made for spanking. I'm like, no, Lucy. Some people make spoons who have never spanked another, and they're like made with love. This is so sweet. You can give it to your grandma.
Yeah.
And they'll hang it on their wall,
wait.
and it says, and you're like, no, made with love, and it's a heart and leaves heart patterns. Definitely for spanking.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you know me. That's why. So
God.
yes, it is definitely made for spanking because it leaves beautiful hearts that you love, and that's how you tell the person you're spanking you love them, by leaving little red hearts on their butt.
I like it.
Yeah.
So
It is actually pretty. Now, let's talk about the material it's made out of, since you brought it up. So is bamboo, since you are well versed in actual sex spanking tools, do you find that bamboo, like the ones that are high quality, are actually commonly made out of bamboo? Is that just a more safe material? I'd like to hear your thoughts on that versus like wood made out of the goddamn tree outside.
I actually do have a one made out of the goddamn tree outside as well. I think the bamboo hits harder, actually.
Can you make a sound for the listeners, and so we
I
could hear
sure
that
can.
if there's a difference?
About the same.
It's the wood has more of a snap to it, and the bamboo has more of a solid
Thud to
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I
So-
prefer bamboo.
Well, there you go.
Right. I mean, people do actually get those bamboo sticks. You
Yes,
can get
caning.
caning. They're made out of bamboo, right?
They are made out of
canes.
rattan, actually.
What is the difference?
It's a different kind of tree, I think. Or I don't think, yes, it's a different kind of tree.
Do they make kitchen tools out of rattan?
I don't think so.
Oh.
They make furniture out of it.
They do, yeah. But they make furniture out of bamboo as well. Anyway, so the other fabulous spoon I have, it actually says the spanking spoon on it. This one, you will definitely not be confused as to what it's made for. Just spanking. And because it is carved into the spoon, you actually probably wouldn't want to use this for actual food, just because you don't want to leave food residue in
Right.
the crevices of the spoon. But it is wooden and says the spanking spoon.
Or maybe
Does not say made with love on it, which is nonsense. But
or maybe
that's okay.
or maybe you do want food in the crevices. Maybe you're just that kind of person.
I mean, you could probably put some whipped cream on it and feed it to your companion.
Ooh, feed them the whipped cream,
Oh God, we
and
will.
then spank them.
So we will cover food at the end of this too. I hadn't even thought about that, but that's like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
All right.
For sure. But yes, so these are the lovely spoons, and they are nicely, not lacquered, but sanded down well, so you should not be leaving any splinters in anyone's butts or boobs or anywhere else you're going to hit.
But so a good thing to do as well. And while I'm explaining this, will you show the viewers the spoon up close there in the video? So a point that Lucy just made is that you can look for wooden spoons that are actually lacquered. And that lacquer over the top of it is going to protect from
Bacteria.
and splintering. It's more washable. So these spoons you said are not lacquered. So, you're going to want to be aware of that. But yeah, so when you are looking at household products, lacquer is your friend. I guess you could always lacquer them yourself if you wanted to. But
You can, for sure. You're just going to have to get food safety
Yes.
lacquers.
Right. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we have more sensation play items. We have more impact play items. We have more just sexy, kinky stuff items to talk to you about. So stay tuned. At the beginning of the year, I embarked on the 365 Days of Orgasms Challenge, and Fun Factory toys like the Lady Bi, a dual motor vibrator that hits my clit and G-spot simultaneously, have been making my orgasms faster, stronger, and way more fun. Here's the good news. Fun Factory makes tons of high-quality orgasmic toys that are both body-safe and eco-friendly, and you can buy them at a 20% discount when you use the code SELS20. That's right. Go to funfactory.com, and when you're ready to make a purchase, enter the code SELS20, or scroll down to the notes in this episode, hit the Fun Factory link, and when you're ready to make a purchase, enter the code SELS20. Then go enjoy your next mind-blowing orgasm. Cheers. And we're back. All right, so we have been covering Dollar Tree store finds and household items that you can integrate into your sex life to spice things up. So basically, getting kinky on a budget. These are also items that would make great stocking stuffers for your partner. And if you happen to have children, they will not know the difference. Or if you're giving these gifts in front of people, or you want to leave them out around your house, nobody's going to know, which is a bonus because, not everyone wants everyone else to know about their sex life. Like me, I like to tell everyone about mine, but I understand not everyone is that way. So we've gone over restraints, and we've gone over some wooden spoons and ticklers. Deanna, what's next?
So this is another sensation play thing, and I think this is actually what I mentioned in the Getting Creative with Cocks.
What is it? Explain it to the
So
listeners.
it is a silicone
It must be a
like
baster.
basting brush or sauce brush, and so it's like a nice little light, the bristles are silicone, so they're not like pokey. It's nice. You can also
That's
think
cool.
with it. And it has more sound again than hurt. It has like a little light sting. And it's really comfortable to hold. And so for me, the sensation would also be for me because of the handle. I really like the way the silicone utensils feel. Like I like rubbing them. So
In your hand? You like rubbing them in your
Yes,
hand?
like-
yeah. I wonder if it's body
it.
safe. Yeah, so
It should be body safe because it
it's
is food
silicone.
safe.
okay, so it's because it's food safe. It's likely body safe. I think this would be great. So this is interesting. It is silicone. It looks like a basting brush, but the bristles are each made out of silicone. I'm going to have Deanna hold this up to the camera so you can see it. This, my first thought is this would feel amazing on the clitoris and
Yes.
vulva. I want one of these.
Yes, $1.25.
Right. Yeah. I wonder if they come in different sizes too.
The Dollar Tree just had, they did have longer ones, but they were red, and I like the color of this one.
This is turquoise, guys. This is a great toy idea for people who are into sensation play or want to start off. This would be great for the pussy, the vulva. This would be awesome for the cock, the balls, and the
Nipples.
Ooh, nipples, nipple play. And then let's add little plays, the perineum. This would be a great to tickle a perineum, don't you think, Lucy?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. For viewers, Deanna is going to give you a close-up look to that. But that makes, while she's doing that, Lucy, does that mean then that things like spatulas, that those, do they have silicone spatulas and stuff like that?
Absolutely. I think the next tour here is.
And so I guess spoiler alert. Go ahead. Deanna has.
So silicone spatula from the Dollar Tree. Again, you can run it on the skin, run it up and down the shaft of a penis. You can also...
Oh, that's got a slap.
Yeah, and that's a little more sting than the basting brush. Nice sturdy handle, so you can give some good package.
So for the one that we have here, I would not recommend using it on genitalia too much because, let me show you, since it has these weird, crevices, ridges, you don't want that. Because bacteria is very notorious to getting into little crevices, and you don't want any bacteria anywhere near your genitalia. That's not supposed to be there. So they do make silicone ones that are just like the fabulous basting brush that are one piece, and those are a lot safer.
Okay, so hot tip, guys. You just got it, and it's true. You'll see it if you go and view the basting brush. If you are going to go shopping or shop your kitchen for items, look for items made out of silicone that are one piece.
Yeah.
One piece. That's a really smart tip there.
The more parts you have, especially I think this
That
one
will
just
come out.
come out.
Yeah.
And that is bad. You don't want that because, yet again, bacteria can get in, and you don't want that near your vagina.
And they do make the spatulas all silicone because I have some at home.
They do, yeah.
Of course you do.
I told you I like holding them.
So the thing that I think is interesting about the spatulas, I think that they are great multi-use tools. So you can get the sensual touch with them, the soft by just running them up and down your body, and then you can get the slapping. And if there is one thing that I find sexy and fun, it's like going between sensations. Like you soothe the body with a sensual touch, and then you give it a slap. And a couple of slaps, and maybe slap it till it's warm or hot and agitated, and then you soothe it with that. Can be very arousing and stimulating.
And also dishwasher safe.
Yes.
Yeah, they're all dishwasher safe, and you can wash them with everything else, and no one will even know you're washing your sex toys. And you're brilliant.
Who knew?
Okay, so moving on, Lucy.
All right, and a little more impact play because it's just one of the easier things to do. The fabulous hairbrush that you can just have also has a nice holder, silicone, squishy, soft, and it's very good for impact play.
Yeah, hairbrush, no brainer, right?
Exactly. Yeah, also very useful. Also brush your hair. No one will ever know.
It can be on your bedside stand. All of these items just left out and about. I love that. I love that. All right. So
Saving the best for last.
Well,
it's second to last, but for impact. This is my last impact thing. So this is a metal ruler. Now, Dollar Tree also had wood and plastic rulers, but I saw this and it brought memories back for me.
Spoke to your soul there.
Because when I realized how much I loved impact play, I had an experience with a metal ruler and my tits that actually left them bleeding.
Oh.
But it was, I think that was probably the most amazing playtime I'd ever had. And it was just in passing that it happened at an event at a sex club.
Right.
So for those that are nice and into impact play,
this is not a beginner's
no.
tool.
Now this one I noticed has kind of sharp edges, which I'm sure the other one did, and that's why I bled. So you could take your duct tape and put duct tape
On the edges.
on the edges. But if you want a good swatting, not a lot of sound, but a lot of tingle. Yeah, so I might just have this up so I'll always remember that moment.
Hanging on your wall.
It took me back. And no one would have any idea I have this out with all of my other little mementos. They're like,
sure.
oh, Deanna needs a straight edge for when she's drawing stuff. I don't know.
Sure.
All right. Thoughts on metal rulers, Lucy?
Great fun.
Oh, God. I'm out. I pass. I do not smash. I pass.
All right.
Ooh. All right. So, okay, that's what we brought. Just off the top of our heads, are there any other things for impact, like that are in our house that, belts? Fuck, belts, guys.
Sure.
Definitely can use belts. Of course, be careful with the belt end. I think that's a pretty standard, right? Pretty standard piece of equipment.
Broom handles.
Broom handles. Just swinging the broom handle around. All right.
I mean, you could. I've been swatted with a broom handle.
Oh, okay. Dustpan.
I mean,
Now it's getting dirty.
Awkward, right.
And not the good kind of dirty. I think that, the other thing, I mean, these are things that, and tell me if you can find them at the dollar store, especially for gift giving. That's why I'm asking about the dollar store. Otherwise, things that we don't use enough that we have around the house that can be integrated in pillows. We've got pillows and cushions. I've got it's a yoga, what is it called? Bolster. If you want to get into good positions for sex, you can use these items to help you. And I think oftentimes we don't do that, especially I think as women, we forget to ask to be made comfortable. And your cushions, bolsters, pillows are all wonderful props to use, especially if you're going to be restrained for long periods of time, or even if, like, one thing I think I use often is if I'm going to be taking it from behind and doggy style, I happen to have a ton of pillows on my bed. That bolster would work well. Instead of using your legs on all fours to hold you up for an extended period of time, because I've definitely had times where that position has gone on so long that it's hurt my hip flexors. There are pillows that you can get to hold your body up and position you in all sorts of ways. And especially when I'm tied up, I will ask for blankets and pillows to be put under my body to make sure that I'm comfortable. So there's that. And the dollar store, $1.25? No?
No, I don't think I saw any pillows.
Right.
but you can try one of your, I don't know, Marshall's, Home Goods, one of those stores. They usually have pillows that are...
Or just use the ones that you have
or just use
around the house. Like, how many people have throw pillows on their couch just for looks?
Right.
Get more out of your
they serve no
butt.
purpose. Or now they do, because you can adjust your position with them.
Also, if you have like the foam rollers for your muscles after workout, like the leg ones, they're really good for like below
Lower
your
back.
They're good lumbar support.
Which is important. Guys, I shared a story. I shared my story on TikTok. You should check it out on TikTok. I am Locker Room Talk Podcast. While I'm sharing this with you, I should have done it in the beginning. You can find me on YouTube at, and the handle is at Annette Benedetti, YouTube at Annette Benedetti. I banged myself into a lower back problem that I am now having to go to physical therapy for. I just had an MRI and x-ray for.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I didn't tell you guys. I've been going to the doctor, and it's not probably all just sex, but definitely being involved in a very athletic sex life and holding positions for a long time and being an idiot and not asking for, support more support. It exacerbated, is that the word? Exacerbated the, maybe some weaknesses that were already there. So using the things around the house, you can buy expensive wedges from sex stores. All the sex stores have what they call sex furniture. But you have furniture in your house. Yeah, yeah. Lucy, we will do a sex furniture episode with Lucy for sure. She's got next level sex furniture. But
I do.
But if you don't have a budget for that, yeah, like the rollers. Oh my God, you guys. The sex toy that I haven't shared with you, that is my household oh my God. All right, I can't believe I didn't share this, guys. I can't believe I didn't share this with you before. I was given, because of the pain that I was in, a back massager. It looks kind of like a gun with a big wand at the end of it.
What are those called? They're great.
It's not.
They're the. Oh my God, what is it?
They go.
They do that.
They do that. It basically
Like
punches your
percussion
back.
type massager.
And so I've been using it for my sore muscles. You turn it on, you can have different levels of how it massages you. And one day I was massaging my lower back, and then my hip flexors also were sore. So I was massaging my hip flexors, and it sort of, vibrated down into my vulva. And this was all with my clothes on. And so I was like, maybe I'll move it a little bit closer. And then I eked my way. And this makes the magic wand look like nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
And so next thing you know, I was massaging my pussy with it, and I came pretty fucking quick. So for those of you who have, and
if you have a massage gun,
I have never used it without my clothes on my bare skin because, well, I don't know.
It might be a little intense.
It might, that, and I'm like, I don't know.
a lot intense.
I don't know if the material was made to be body safe, all of that stuff.
And
for
sure.
But it's nice when I just want to punch out a quick orgasm.
Oh, bump.
It works like magic.
Like a charm.
So, that is something I found that I didn't even think of. So that is, have we wrapped up? Oh, we haven't wrapped up well, I guess this is part of sensation play.
we wrapped up the impact version.
Impact. Now let's
Move on. Other things.
Yes, you both have two different versions of the same thing, and I am going to volunteer my nipples to see which one I prefer. So, Deanna.
Here we go.
So I just have your good old-fashioned wooden clothespins. 36 of them for $1.25.
That's right. And then
Right.
And then Lucy has another version.
I also have clothespins. Mine were, only mine are metal, and they are also very, I don't know.
Flat, pinchy.
Pinchy.
Annette is
will let us
now
know.
putting the wood clothespin on her nipple.
Holy fucking shit. All right, well.
I think, the metal ones are probably going to be more intense.
Holy shit. Okay. Effective. A little, yeah. Now, what's the difference? We will show you guys the difference. At first.
I would do the other nipple with that one.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't. So I've got one inverted nipple that never comes out. Have we talked to viewers about this?
I don't know if we have or not.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have used nipple clamps in the past, and I can get that one clamped. It's just work, and because I'm with you guys, and we're not actually having sex together, I don't want to do that kind of work in front of you. All right. So we're trying the metal one. Holy fucking shit!
It's intense.
Yeah.
But you don't have to just put them on nipples.
No.
I don't think I can handle that one very long.
You can put them on other
Fingers.
fingers, other section of boob.
Wait, this might be good on my Annie. I'm going to try it on my Annie.
You can also put them, if you do possess a penis, on the ball sack.
Yes.
It's great.
Ball sack.
Yeah.
I
It's
can
lovely.
see that.
Yeah. There's more skin there to,
These are good-looking little things, too.
They are, yes. And unlike the wooden ones, they are more, yet again, splinters and things. You have to be careful with the wooden ones.
Right.
These will not cause any splinters.
So
'cause they're
here's-
not wood.
Here is what I'm going to say. These wooden ones, these wooden ones are going to, I can handle the wooden ones. They're actually pretty soft. You get it, at first it was stingy for me, but then I settled into it and got a little tingle. So I think these actually are great especially for someone who maybe doesn't have have the pain threshold it takes. However, those metal ones are sturdy, and I think probably lots of other people could withstand and enjoy them.
And you can find the wooden type in plastic as well.
There you go.
You've got all of those options. And especially if you like the nipple clamp play, and you want to kind of figure out how that works in your sex life before, investing in expensive nipple clamps.
As well as, yet again, not just for nipples. You can put them anywhere.
Yes.
And if you take a string and thread it through all your clips, and then, as a zipper, yank them all off at the same time as it goes up and down your body, you're going to have a great time. Just saying.
All right, can we, I just want to take a minute to visualize this.
I already visualized it.
Deanna's excited. She's like, how I have not done this before. So that's why these metal ones are great. With the wooden ones, you can't do that, since the metal ones have the little hole,
The loop
and you
handle.
can the loopy handle, and you can just grab your scarf or your thing, thread it through, and then yank.
Yeah, she just demonstrated for those of you who want to. So
Just so much fun.
can we hold on a moment, ladies?
Right.
You said as it goes up, and so where would you place it on the body? I know it's off topic, but
I mean, you could anywhere where you have enough skin and other fat type section. So I mean, even your hand,
yeah.
they can go, but they can go almost anywhere.
Oh wow, you really can pinch them on
You
anywhere.
can, yeah. And then but usually people do them just kind of above the breasts, including the nipple and going down the stomach. And then you can yank them off. Or for the gentleman, you can go around the scrotum and up as well on the stomach. And you can do the same. You can just yank them off. So
Oh God. Okay.
it's quite intense.
Yeah. I'll be the yanker.
Absolutely. Whoever, yet again, ask your companion if they wish to try that. It's very important. Consent, please. Don't just tie them up and attach clothespins and then rip them off.
Don't do that without consent. That's for sure. Well, we've learned a lot. I would say you could not do that probably with these for a lot of reasons, but they could splinter. I don't think they grab as much
They don't.
skin as the metal ones do. So if you really want to get into it, definitely get the metal clips. If you just kind of want to play low key, definitely the wooden ones are great. I want to move on to household item lubes you have around your house that are safe to use on la pussy. I personally, simply because I get yeast infections and BV infections really easily, or I used to. Not so much anymore. I have really just stuck to buying my lubes, but I know people like coconut oil. I know is something that a lot of people use.
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely the nicest, safest. Also smells nice.
Oh, I don't like the smell of
I
that's
love
fine.
it.
But yeah, some, depending on what kind of massage oils and other things you have around, including like coconut oil, anything that's food safe will work okay. But yet again, depending on how sensitive your genitalia is to any of these things, if you don't really know, do just buy lube, normal kind, and use that. But yes, there are definitely coconut oils.
Are there other oils? Like, I don't think I've ever heard of anyone using like olive oil or anything like that. I don't know that that's, is that safe? I don't. Look, guys, just coconut oil or buy yourself some lube.
For sure.
But definitely keep coconut oil around the house in a pinch.
And coconut oil is really good for like sensual massage too, because it's really good for your skin. So
For sure.
I use coconut oil for my rough feet, because any of you that are familiar, it comes in a jar. And it's solid until it's warm.
Right.
So it's really nice because it's solid. So you like rub it through in your hands. And then as you're rubbing it on your partner, then it starts to slowly like melt and get into the skin. And it's really good for your skin.
Absolutely.
Right.
And on the note of fabulous massage things, you can also get massage candles that are pretty safe. And like this one is coconut pineapple and has a little spout, and you can light it up, have some of the wax melt, and then you can just pour it on your companion, which is a nice sensation as well because it's warm wax. I mean, obviously be mindful, you have to lift it high enough up to make sure you don't burn them. Don't want to do that. But these are also really nice for massages and sensual play because it's like nice warm soy wax oil that is pouring on
And
them.
if you have like a soy candle,
Oh, yes, for sure.
that you just have, you can use that.
Yeah, definitely not paraffin wax, but soy wax and beeswax.
Beeswax.
Those are much better.
So important point there, folks. I know it's tempting to just grab the nearest candle and pour it on your lover. Do not do that. That's something we did in the 80s, 90s, or whatever when we were young and dumb. I guess 2000s. Don't do that. I actually only recently found out about massage candles. I didn't know that was a thing, and it's brilliant. I've got one here from Fun Factory that I have sitting next to my bed. There's also, if you go to lingerboutique.com, and I believe I have a code for them, but they have one of my favorite massage candles. I just love the way it smells. I was kind of blown away by the concept. You can use it as a candle or you can literally pour it on the skin. And I think massage candles oftentimes work. I prefer them over massage oils. I like that they warm up. The one that I have from, oh God, and I wish I remembered the name of the scent from Linger Boutique. It is one of my favorite scents. Like the scent actually turns me on and relaxes me simultaneously. I'm very affected by scents, though. I don't even know what you'd call that. That's a thing. And the scent is just amazing. But they really rub in well. They last long. I feel like a lot of massage oils, in my experience, like they
seem to disappear a lot faster. They are meant to be pretty absorbent into your skin, so that's why they do that. If you want some more extra lubey, I guess it might be in the sex furniture podcast. I'll get there.
All right, so we have covered a lot of ground. I want to end with, we've got foods, though. We didn't talk about foods. I'm not into food play, but we've got ice cubes.
But yes, ice cubes are really nice. They're also fun and sensation-y.
Yes.
If you have a tongue piercing and you wear a barbell that's metal, you can have an ice cube in your mouth and then lick the person after the barbell gets cold. So that is a nice sensation. don't know. Food is a little hard, I feel. I mean, a little whipped cream maybe on someone's nipples. But other than that, so much of it is just you don't want it next to your genitalia necessarily because of the bacteria or the sugars. And we don't want anyone to end up with a yeast infection. For sure, do not put any food items anywhere they're not supposed to go.
We don't recommend.
We don't recommend, even though there are occasional stories you hear of something in erotica where they're like, oh, use a cucumber. Never do that. No.
No.
Horrible plan.
I mean, and if you work in the ER, you probably have some fun stories of food items getting lodged places. I've heard many.
I have also heard there's like some situation where they had to remove a pair of spectacles out of a cavity. Yeah. You know, don't do that.
All right, I want to go back. I want to go back to
sorry, we digress.
Yes.
Sorry, it has nothing to do with the topic.
No.
So I want to talk about the ice cube play. I have just recently been introduced to a customizable ice tray company. This company is called Siligrams, and Siligrams, and I was pretty impressed. I have ordered some with the little kissy, with the little bitey lip logo for Locker Room Talk and Shots to be delivered. But you can put words on them.
Nice.
You can, and then the ice comes out with like a little message or a little image. And I'm like, that could be fucking sexy.
For sure.
Right. If you wanted to do something special for your person, you could get a customized ice tray that says something to them. Like there's got to be some good naughty word or nice word, or you could do naughty and nice. Then do some ice play with that. And I do like heat and cold play. I definitely think sensation play when you bring in warmth and...
Back to the candles.
So yeah, you've got your ice cubes and then you've got your candles next to one another. Warm them up.
Cool them down.
Or put the cold ice on the pussy and the warm wax on the body.
Indeed.
That's just one of my thoughts. I mean, as we like to come up with ideas for you all. So, Siligrams, I will definitely share that with you guys after I get to see them because I am going to try them out myself. But so we've got ice, we've got whipped cream. I am personally a little bit revolted by adding food to sex play. Some people are really into it, like to put strawberries like on the body and then eat them off. For a long time, there was the whole sushi and naked models. Naked models.
I don't want to eat food that's on someone's body,
especially fish. Fish,
that sounds,
raw fish.
Yeah. Not ideal.
I feel like we've covered a lot of stuff here, guys.
We did.
I feel like we've given you some great affordable options for stocking stuffers. For stocking stuffers, I feel like we've given you some things that would be fun, secretive gifts between you and someone else. We've given you things you can put on your bedside table and just use at random. You could put a little care package together for your lover with these things, like get a little candle
and a little sleep mask
and I don't know, everybody's gonna go and get that basting brush.
A scarf,
definitely a scarf, wooden spoon that says made with love.
a nice spoon. Little gift basket, and they'd be all, oh, how sweet. The whole time the person you gave this gift to is all, oh, yeah, I know what you're thinking.
Kind of sweet. So, yeah, there you go. We are going to, you guys can go and check out the article that Deanna is putting together on dollar store finds. That will be up by the time this airs. And if you scroll down in the description of this podcast, you are going to find that article. You are going to find a link to the YouTube so you can watch this if you've been listening. You are going to find a link to TikTok. I'd love for you guys to come over there and join me. There's more people joining every day, and I am definitely showing some inside scoops on the podcast there as well. So anyone have any last things they want to say before we sign off? Lucy?
No, I think we kind of covered most of the stuff. I mean, next podcast, sex furniture that is really expensive. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely want to check out the sex furniture and see what that's all about.
Yes, we have that.
And Deanna, any last?
Just always keep a creative, open mind. Like,
Absolutely.
when you are sitting there, maybe bored, look around the room and be creative with your imagination and go, wow, you know what? That has a dual purpose.
Right. I think the key to kinking up your life and keeping it interesting is being open-minded. I think a lot of people get stuck in the mindset of, I don't have the budget for the toys, and that seems like a lot of work, and it's really not. And I think that's a great thing to say. Like, look around your house. Like for me, I live in a tiny home. You're getting a little view of it right now, but it has some rafters that aren't in view right now. Actually, on TikTok, I just posted a tiny little tour of it. I'm like, oh my God, I could be bound to those rafters or those stairs. I have been bent over those stairs. But there's just so much you can do with what you have. And then on a budget, you can add some really nice supplies that will be fun for you and your partner or partners or whoever, you and yourself.
Oh, I just realized something cool about your rafters.
Yeah.
You can buy a $25 yoga swing, and it can be your
Sex swing.
yes, because sex swings are very expensive, but
And
yoga
they're basically a yoga.
they're basically yoga swings. So
Well,
another interesting thing.
I know what I'm asking Santa for Christmas.
I saw those rafters. It would be great.
Yeah, I've got some pretty sexy rafters, folks.
Yeah, you do.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming and doing this with me, and I hope this helps some of you out. So, until next time.
Cheers.
Cheers. See you in the locker room.